Let's go, big boys. Let's go, big boys. Previously on Kimba TV. There's a poor low still at 41,300 whatever. There's a weak low at around 41.7. You're still technically within range. It's rare that you leave the range without completely obliterating all the poor highs and all the poor lows. So if it wants to leave those behind, that's actually okay, but then I may probably want to start looking for something bearish around the 45 zone. Yo, mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check.
Latuche, motherfucker, the math is the math.
Latuche, motherfucker, how we doing? Math.
Latuche, motherfucker, the math is the math.
I said, are you strong? They said, I'm strong if you strong. And I said, we strong then.
Perfect. All right, we got our blessings out of the way. I gotta get caffeinated up, y'all. I got my usual work call later today. I'm not 100% sure if I need to go to FedEx, but yeah, we chilling, baby. And then I'm flying back to Cali Thursday. Or tomorrow, fuck. So I'll try to kick it with you guys as long as possible today. Maybe until like daily candle close or something like that, if y'all are down. Like a 12, 13 hour stream, something like that. And then tomorrow will be short. Nothing's really changed since yesterday, so everybody good, Gucci? Any questions? Trade Malia says, do you agree with the theory that lick levels act as a magnet for the price? Nah, not really. I think it's good confluence, but we've said it for 2 years. And I'll keep saying it if you keep watching, Malia, is you would never want to base your trade off of liquidity level. The most retail thing that you can do is be like, oh, there's a whole bunch of liquidity up top. I'm going to long it. And what I would tell you to do is try doing that and see how many times it works. Living Forest says S&P 500 expiration look bearish. Am I right? I was looking at it earlier when I was it's a little bullish, I think, actually. You would expect it to bounce at around 47.20. Somewhere between 46.80 and 47.20, you would think it would bounce. Somewhere between 46.80 and 47.20, if it does pull back, you would expect it to bounce. Yeah, so it means that it could go all the way down to 46.80 and it wouldn't be bearish. And if it gets above 47.40, 47.50, it wouldn't be extra bullish either. It would just be normal. Tigran says, can you please explain what specifically you are watching at Deribit options and why? Usually Deribit options are used as a what? As a hedge, right? So usually if market makers feel like they have a derivative position that might be a little bit risky, they'll hedge on Deribit options. So it's just nice to cycle through. Like this would be this Friday's options expirations. Max Pain is at 44.5, and you got about 100 milli at 42,000, right? All expirations still points around 50 thou. So it's not really so much about like the smaller time frame stuff. I want to keep an eye on how the all expirations changes. When I see like a new gamma pull up, or something goes down, then that's when I can take a look at this, and I can take a look at this, and see what the new bet was. And most likely, like I just said, it's probably a hedge, right? So just something to use all the data. Royale with cheese, what's going on? That boy Houston, Psycho Hunter, Token Goof. Are you looking to enter on Golden Pocket for ETH since it's about to bullish retest on ETH BTC? Say what? You said ETH BTC. I don't know if you're talking about this, brother. What I want is this. Are you talking about this? I need to see that. I need to see a bullish retest on this trend line. Because I've actually been around something similar to what I'm waiting for 4 years ago, or like, I don't know, OGs, I think it was maybe 3-4 years ago. You know what happened on my ass? Do you know what the weekly looks like on this thing on ETH BTC? This is ETH BTC weekly. You see this big ass gap of volume? We've already talked about this, but if this sweep does not hold, then ETH BTC is coming all the way down here. That's when you're probably going to see sub $1,000 ETH. Okay. So it was like something like this, where I was like, okay, we have to hold this level. And then it went, and I was like, fuck, and I got wrecked. So I need to see a bullish retest of this. I'm not going to get too carried away with the penetration. I want the bullish retest. I've been waiting 2 years for it to fucking get out of this thing. I can wait like a couple of days to see if it can do a bullish retest. Yeah? But once and if this comes back, then I will take a look to see where I can get in good on ETH USDT. You know what would be awesome? Sweep of that. That would be pretty cool. Kind of like how Bitcoin's sweeping. So that with that with that will be nice, but I'm going to take it level by level. Yeah. Let me go do like a little morning Latuche, bless the new Lions, and let's get into some alpha ass TA because I got a little thing I want to share with y'all. So yeah, nothing has really changed too much, and we'll just keep monitoring because Wolf Investing, we'll talk about it when I come back and after I get coffee, but this is actually really bearish. If this goes down now, then it's bullish. Meaning, I got to think about longing here. If this goes up to 45, that's bearish. And then if we do get up here, then I would be like, oh, okay, we're going to actually get our 33, 32. And I would not, and if this went like this, I wouldn't TP here. Maybe shave a little bit, but then if this comes first, then I would think 33, 32 would be in play. It's really just about having a plan and letting the markets dictate. You come down here first, it's bullish. We're probably going to go to 50K. Is the way that I would look at it. If we come up here first, then I would be aiming for 33. 33 would be back in play. Yeah, that's it. And I'm just sitting here lettucing the fuck up, doing work, you know. Yeah, I'm not really overcomplicating it. So, how you doing, Wolf? Any questions? Crypto Hawk, you Gucci? Cashmar, what's going on? Crypto Hawk says, filthy McNasty, I see you. Cagewin says, that's my short. Woo-wee. Cagewins, I don't know if you saw me do this earlier. When this was going back up, I was like, I might have to short this. You know, I don't know if you saw me like doing this. If it wanted to go up higher, I was ready. Bugatti. Okay, is everybody ready for a potential pink? Everybody's ready for a potential pump-ink. A pump-ink. I don't know how deep it's going to go, but like that level sweep or that level, everybody's ready. Even though we've been prepping for it, some motherfucker's going to be like, why did you take a long at 39,970? Everybody knows what that is, right? The 39,970, that's the sweep level, right? I mean, body candle, close, wick. Everybody's going to be eyeing the open interest, I'm sure. Because if you're not prepared, I don't want to hear, hey, should I enter?
Let two shape, motherfucker. The math is the math.
Yes, people are going to be like, oh shit, what should I do? I just hope it happens during market open, because what would be goofy is if we start to approach down there towards the end of the market, right? So like in 3 hours or some goofy shit like that. Because then you got to think about, okay, even if we get filled on a long or we get our TPs, what's going to happen during Macaulay? So is it better to see how the price reacts at that level first? Correct. That's always been the mantra, in my opinion. Putting blind limits in, there's a little bit of trying to predict the future, right? Because you're saying and you're committing your capital to it's going to bounce. And what I always say, Trade Malia, is I will gladly trade and sacrifice $200, $300, $400, $500 on my entry if it means that I'm trading it in for like a higher edge. So instead of trying to knife catch pixel perfect right there, would I allow it to create some sort of structure first? Sure. But if I'm on the 5 minute and I see a whole bunch of bottom shorters getting trapped, I might market smash in. I don't know what I'm going to do. But whether it's a bullish structural edge, whether it's a swing fail historical pattern edge, whether it's a CVD higher time frame hidden bull div edge, whether it's smaller time frame open interest footprint and TPO edge, whatever it is, I think you should watch how it's reacting so you actually know that you have an edge on your trade. The plan really hasn't changed since before we even got filled on this short. And we've just been taking it level to level. We've already talked about the levels. We even kind of talked about the nuances of timing these things, because even if it sweeps the levels that we're looking at, or even if it gets to a target that we're looking at pre-Macaulay, if it wants to, it could sweep the sweep, right? So just kind of things to remember, having a plan, preparation. I think we're good, and it's just a waiting game. So I'm actually looking at merch 2.0 or the version 2.0 merch stuff for you guys right now. And I'm handling some business on the side. What about you, Aitor? You Gucci, Aitor? Oh no Bono just gifted 2 subs. I see you, Oh no Bono. Shout out Oh no Bono. Lil Baby says, I'll be here all evening. I'm big chillin'. Let's go, Grizzly. Yep, I'm here with you guys until daily candle close. Ideally, I would love to get filled before daily candle close, and then I'm already writing and front running a CCV setup, right? Alpc says, Kimba, if we sweep the 41.3 level, are you going to do your standard wait 30 minutes for sweep structure? It depends on what the open interest in the footprint looks like. Maybe I don't even need it. I'm like, everything else looks Gucci and I'm going to front run it. Somebody was asking kind of a similar thing earlier, and they were asking about open interest. I think it was maybe Desk Slap. But Alpz, let's say, for example, here. You remember this? That, as we approach and it's just shitting on longs, I might not even want to need a sweep. That might be one thing that would really interest me. We drew it like this, either like that or that. With this would make me think about not waiting for a 30-minute. I might just go to the 5-minute and say, fuck it. Roger that, LPZ. You just got to do your best. I also have Coinbase and CME. And so if derivatives sweep, but CME doesn't, if Coinbase doesn't, if it sweeps during McCulley, so CME doesn't, and you also know historically that it might sweep again, the timing of when it does it, the open interest when it does it, and if there's any sort of probable higher time frame hidden bull div, those would be worthy of front running, LPZ. I hope that answers your question. Does that answer your question, LPZ? Santrax is asking, would you take a 41.3 sweep? Do you remember what we talked about this morning when we looked at the Bugamas? What did we say? Hana and bounce. Hana and bounce. 4680.
Latouche, motherfucker. The math is the math.
And if you really wanted to, oh, fuck, I think I just closed it. If you really wanted to, you could also put line at 4720, 47 hundo, 4740, but 47 hundo would be the next. So 4720, 4680. The 47 hundo, you could put it in there, but you can see how there's not. So 4680, 4720 would kind of be your S&P. All right, 4720, 4700, 4680, okay? Bugatti. The math is the math. XLR says, have you done ETH TA? I have, brother. It's really on the higher time frame, so it really hasn't changed. If you do you know what I'm looking for, right? So that's a sweep. I wanted a sweep of that level. I got it, right? So this is daily candle, so we already know that. You already know that. Swing high, swing low. I'm looking for a bullish retest. Okay, on the daily candle. Okay, on the hourly, it's fibbing. It's beautiful. And so what do you think I would kind of expect? We're going to see if this is the failed auction that gets us the rotation. But again, the ETH BTC, that was daily. Okay, so it could be next week. Okay, and then I wouldn't even think about longing ETH until we sweep that level. You know, but maybe it comes down here. That'd be Gucci Magooch. It'll be interesting. But yeah, first things first is, you know me, we're gonna wait for the Bola retest, since that's what we've been fucking waiting on for 2 years. Just, okay, you broke out. Just all these have been fake outs. Let me see a bullish retest and let's get nasty, you know? And then we got plenty of nasty to go. Trolichu says, how's 45K looking? I mean, this is what I would say. Trolichu. Let's just start with what's not debatable and what's factually correct. Poor. Weak, poor. So at the end of the day, for me, if this goes first, I'm not shorting anything. In fact, I think I'm not shorting until 50. If we rotate to 45 first, that's okay, but that's actually really bearish, in my opinion. In which case, I wouldn't be longing this, and I would expect to be able to hit my TPs down here at the 32. But yeah, if they leave all of this, spank. So if you're bullish, you actually want this to happen first, right? Seppi Blep says that dump going to cause a lot of panic. You're absolutely right. And what I was kind of joking, but not jokingly at the same time, saying was everybody that was bullish here, everybody that was bullish here, you want them to get bearish here. If that happens and you get bottom shorts trapped, then you can really take it to 50. Okay. So, yes, you would want people to start panicking. And then that's when you know that's the bottom. Easy money Bugatti. Yeah, so try to figure out if you know people that were bullish here, and if we do rotate down here, or just in general, if you were bullish here, what would make you be like, dude, it's game over. Let's go. Same plan? Yeah. Yep. I mean, it's not really so much a plan as just spotting the levels and remembering if it's a low or a high probability play. So even if you were bullish, and I can totally get that, I would still remind you, when was the last time we left a poor low or a weak low before leaving the range? We rarely do that. So we just, this is from yesterday's analysis, but we just grabbed all the highs and we formed a good high. This is a good high now. The only thing that's left is you have really shitty lows. Too much retail and longs right now. So that would be, a bunch of you guys have already been asking me about the 41.3 sweep. That would be really bullish, right? Tapping 41,000 or 40,150, 40,000 in general. Breaking 40,000 would be like the best liquidity hunt, So whether it's 39.4 or 39.2, some of you guys are looking at 39,000 round. Obviously, you see Binancio Crayola all the way to 38.5. Could be a big wick, okay? But whether it's a structural bullish edge, like a swing fail, or a failed auction, or a Kimba crown with the third impulse, like 1, 2, 3, and you get an immediate good low right off the rip, we'll do our best, but yeah, I'm just waiting to see what happens at 41.3. Yeah, let's get nasty. It's taking a little bit of time, but that's okay. And my invalidation would be going above 44,000. And even if it did go above, I wouldn't stop it out. And I would probably add 100 or 150 on tap bit on the VIP. So if it goes up to 44, I would be like, okay, now the bulls are kind of a little bit in control. But getting to 45.1, 45.2, I'm shorting that, maybe like 100, 150 biddy on tap bit. Probably going heavy on Kraken too, to be honest. So whether it wants to go to 44, whether it wants to go to 45, whether it wants to go to 41,370, whether it wants to go to 39.9 or 39.5 or 39 or 38, I'm pretty much good to go. I have levels of interest that I'm going to be looking at on open interest. I know how to spot the CBD. I'm going to do my best. Obviously, we have the CME levels and the gap, Coinbase and the levels. I mean, we Gucci, baby. I know exactly what I'm going to do. I hope you guys feel the same way about your plans. Coke Zero says, love it, same plan and discipline on point this year. Let's go, Coke Zero. Yeah, and you know what's crazy, y'all?
I said, are you strong? They said, I'm strong if you strong.
We'll be strong then. Really, the TP for this short really hasn't changed. I've had these levels for quite some time. If you remember, you guys remember when we were talking about if the high actually holds, if we didn't come up here, then I was going to long this. So this level has been here for quite some time. It's not like a random number. Yep. So basically, if you have a daily open outside of the previous day value area range, so that means that if you're looking for a long, you would like to have the daily open below the previous day value area low, Once you claim that previous day value area low as support, obviously you would have the previous day point of control and the EQ as resistance. But the high probability move is that it goes to the other side of the value area range, which means that your final TP would be the previous day value area high. Yeah. Sounds good. Trolichi, you remember now? Good shit, good shit. So I'll actually tell you if it's there or not, and we can take a look at it. And every day, or the days that I can stick around for the daily candle close, this is what I'm aiming for. Okay, and what's really cool is don't just take my word for it. Start seeing what the previous day value area low and value area high plays are like. You're going to start to notice that it's a high probability play. And then if you really want to try to front run the motherfucker, that's why sometimes you want, like let's say towards the end of market close, you get the sweep and you get filled, okay? Macaulay Culkin sweeps the sweep. All right, but you're not you're smart enough to not get stopped out. Maybe you even add, and then as futures comes back and you wait and sit around for that hour for the daily candle close, the daily candle also gives you a CCV setup, and your entry is already far beyond the daily open. And we haven't even begun to throw in shit like single prints or TPO. That because then what if you're confluencing turning TPO value area low into support, right? What if it's bouncing from a golden pocket fib level? So yeah, anyways, if what I just said doesn't make any sense, it's all good. In due time it will. Trolichu says gotcha, makes sense. Yeah, so let's see what happens, Trolichu. Obviously, if this starts to go up right now, so for example, Trolichu, do you understand that if you really are bullish or if you're already in a long, you would actually prefer to spend more time at a lower price point to really guarantee that you have a daily open below the previous day value area low, right? The higher that you pump right now in the next 48 minutes, you're going to invalidate the CCV play, because you're going to have a higher chance of having your daily open in above the previous day value area low. So does it make sense that if you're actually bullish, you actually want the price to go back down a little bit? You don't want to keep going up and up and up, because you're going to have a higher probability that you're going to have your daily open inside of the previous day value area low if you're trying to front run that play. And then you can throw in like, okay, are there single prints to the downside? Did it bounce off of a 0.5? Could you make a lower low and still have a bull div? Could you go make a lower low locally and is this golden pocket? Okay, so that doesn't surprise me. But you might be thinking to yourself like, okay, fuck. What if it does come back down? Could that still be like a bull div, yay or nay? Type of shit, All right, ladies and gentlemen, round of applause. Daily candle. Let's refresh this bad boy. Oh, what a bummer. Inside. So your daily open is inside the previous day value area high and previous day value area low. You do not have that play. Tuhaku says, do you always stream this long? This is a short stream, to be honest with you, but yeah, on average it's probably 11 or 12. Yeah, this is actually the stream counter is right at 9 hours right now. It's a little bit on the shorter side, brother. Yeah. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, well, I think that's it for me. Yeah. I hope it doesn't do anything crazy while I'm away, but we'll regroup tomorrow morning and go from there. Tuhaku says, thank you. I learned so much on my first day. Tuhaku, I hope I see you tomorrow, Tuhaku. I'll be here again first thing in the morning. All right. So, yeah, we don't have the previous day full rotation play because the daily open is inside the value range. Okay. So we don't have a full rotation play, but the math is the math. The poor lows are still there. The imbalances are still to the upside. You've got fibs and volume and TPO to help you out. Ninjaville says, is there a method to check daily value area high, value area low? Yeah, you would probably adjust the VPSV. The VPSV is volume profile, session based. So you would just tweak the sessions to make it daily. But you know what you could also do technically is you could get the fixed range volume profile on TradingView and do it from daily open until daily close, and you would have the previous day value area high, value area low. Ninjaville. You could do it on TradingView. Yeah. Yeah. So you can always take a look at fixed range and have your own. Pull it manually.
Oh, wait.
Longers.
Latude shaped motherfucker, the math is the math.
Longers, I'm rooting for you. Shorters, I'm rooting for you. Bulls, bears, we're all lions. Alrighty? Hey, Sato, tell them what happens if they don't use stop loss. Tell them what happens if they don't use stop loss.